Oh, what's up, humans? This is, I guess, the official first vlog, and this one's dedicated to my ladies, you know, for all the women out there that are amazing. No, but on the real, this video is basically about, you know, those women who feel like they need to act like men. And the thing is that for the most part, I don't even like the way that men act. And for women to decide to want to be like them, or be like, I guess, like I used to be, it's kind of sad. You know, you guys are so, you know, different. You guys handle emotions differently. You were designed differently. You have different bodies. Just, you know, I mean, you guys are beautiful overall. And to act like, you know, men are dogs. And it's kind of like, you know, you're kind of lowering yourself to act like something horrible, you know? It's basically that whole act like a lady but have a man's mentality. I guess is that trend, you know, started somewhere in the 2000s. Definitely wasn't as bad in, like, when I was in high school, but it's gotten worse as the years passed. And come on, ladies, you know, you deserve better, you know, than to act like us or you know, be hurt by us. You know, we have no other choice but to change who we are in order to satisfy you, because we are nothing without you. Yeah, I said it. And you know what? A bunch of my guy friends are probably gonna be like, yo, well, I can't believe you said that. But you know what? I said it. To get in more in depth, I guess, I've never been the type of guy to see a girl sleep around and call her a name. Same thing as my guy friends, you know. I don't think that it should be a way to satisfy something that will never be satisfied. You know, you could be with one person or you could be with 1,000 and you're still gonna have that urge. You know, you can call it an animal urge. I think of it more as a blessing from God, that you can be intimate with somebody and connect, you know, intertwine the two souls together like that. And to waste it, you know, for one night with somebody is just not what it was made for. And that's why our feelings get intertwined and involved. No matter how much you want to hold back, somebody gets hurt. You know, 90% of that time it's the woman that's involved. And you know, it's a sad world that we live in, where we choose to distance ourselves from each other so much that, you know, we feel alone, you know. And I know that some people don't have, you know, the greatest family, you know, the greatest friends. It's really hard to find true friends, just as hard as it is to find true love. Because the thing is that society teaches us to distance ourselves, when in reality what we need to do is, you know, to unite. You know, my message today is basically to you women, you know, to try to empower you guys to do something different, you know, to go back to, you know, being that lady, you know. Like, I got a song called She's Got It, and the thing is that, you know, the suits, the labels, you know, they want me to, you know, put hot girls on the cover, hot girl in the video, this and that. And the thing is that to me, a beautiful woman, a woman that I think that she, you know, she's got it. She could be in a Sunday dress with flowers or butterflies on her dress, and she's got like a flower in her hair, and she's just, you know, beautiful. And my eyes is like, I want to get to know her, you know. If she's dressed in a dress that she's like all popping out, in my eyes, it's like, I want to get to know her, you know. But you know, learn the difference between the two. I think that, you know, in order for a man to respect you, you know, a lot goes into play. How you dress, how you carry yourself. It goes into, you know, how he's gonna treat you. And based on how you look, I get it. If you got a nice figure, I get it. You feel better when you're dressed like that. But the thing is that to dress in something that you're popping out, or barely an outfit, you know, the types of men that you're gonna attract are gonna give you the wrong attention, are gonna treat you wrong. Not all men are bad. You know, take me for example. A lot of women think that just because I'm a rapper, I'm a singer, I perform, you know, like everybody that's in the music industry is this and that, this and this and that. When the truth is that, you know, I'm not trying to sound like I'm the greatest guy of all times. I've made my mistakes. You can ask any one of my ex-girlfriends. I'm gonna put all their information on the bottom. No, I'm just kidding. I've made my mistakes, you know, but, you know, I own up to them. I've grown, you know, I've moved on. You know, I'm not an 18-year-old kid anymore. And the thing is that, you know, it's getting worse, and guys and women are setting examples for the younger generation. It's gonna get worse and worse and worse, to the point that a little kid's not gonna have any respect for a girl in his school, and who knows how serious he's gonna get, you know, that he takes advantage of her in different ways. And these are kids that we're talking about. You know, we're the ones that have to set examples. I'm hoping that somehow, you know, making these vlogs inspires or touches people's lives in a way that, you know, it creates something, you know, a trend for people to change. You know, that's my main message. You know, change and unity. We're living in some dark times, and I feel like it's only gonna get worse. So, you know, hopefully even if I change one person's, you know, state of mind or one person's life, you know, I mean, that's good, you know, but hopefully I can reach out to a mass amount of people, whether through my music, whether through these vlogs, whether both, who knows. But I'm trying to do something, you know. Subscribe, and thanks for watching.